Hey, good morning. Or, well, maybe, it's Monday and that might not make it a good morning. But wait a second, it's Memorial Day. So many of you have this day off where you can have your cup of joe and be enjoying your long weekend. Or you could be like me. I'm at work. It's Monday morning, but I'm fortunate enough to love what I do, especially meeting my Monday mornings with you. However, you could be that person who has to work on Monday and you really hate your job. And that's the worst. You have my sympathy. And that's what we're going to talk about. No, we're not talking about sympathy, but we're talking about our perspective. And we've talked about this before. We are what we focus on. Our reality is formed by our ability to choose what we want to see. Now, some might say, well, that's kind of delusional. What if you want to choose to see that you're on Mars when you're on Earth? Albert Einstein said, look, there are two types of people in this world: those who don't believe in miracles, and I'm paraphrasing here, and those who see everything as a miracle. And last week I talked about mental health. I was on vacation. I went to Wisconsin. I went to Chicago. I went to Illinois. I went, Midwest, and truly enjoyed my time being around the people I love and doing the things that I love and seeing nature in all its beauty. And I don't do that very often, not as often as I should, but I live in Sedona, so I'm surrounded by beauty. But trust me, when you see that beauty every single day, it kind of maybe loses its beauty to some degree. No, it doesn't. All it takes is us to appreciate what we do have. We focus so much on what we don't have. We focus so much on, what's not working and what's falling apart. We get to choose our reality. And people say, well, if that's the case, why did I choose this one? Well, it's on what you look for, right? We see what we look for. I mean, I could have, and I did mention it in the video last week, there are a lot of mosquitoes up there at Legend Lake, but it was so beautiful. I chose to see the beauty. Instead of complaining about all the mosquitoes and, putting tons of off on me and batting them around, no, I wasn't going to allow that annoyance to steal from me the beauty that surrounded me. And my dear friend, Mary, who's a wonderful human being, I got to be with for a while, along with other friends and family. Her son, Chad, who I enjoy immensely. So we really get to choose what we see. But why do we not choose what we would really want to see versus what apparently we do see? Those things that fall short of our expectations. Oh, boy, there's an episode right there when we talk about expectations. Because when we expect something and it doesn't come up, it doesn't show up, what happens to us? We get frustrated, angry, sad, depressed. How about just showing up? Showing up and looking for those things that fulfill us, those things that make us feel good. And yes, you can do this at work. You can show up with the intent to help others. That person that you don't get along very well with in the next cubicle? You can go over there and say, hey, I'm going to go to the cafeteria. Can I get you a cup of coffee? Now it's up to them to say, I don't like coffee. Oh, okay. Is there anything else I can get for you? I'm just going and I figured I'd get you stuff. We don't realize the impact of our behavior on others, but we've had people do things like that for us. Somebody who said, oh, I thought you might like one of these, so I picked you up one. How great it is to experience that someone was thinking about us and that we can be that for others. Now, I'm just going over just a brief kind of overview of what we're going to be talking about on After the Coffee with a Big Drill Down in terms of, just as Albert Einstein said, you can go through life thinking there are no miracles, or you go through life believing that everything's a miracle. And let's talk about the difference. And it's exponential. So that being said, I'm going to grab my cup of joe, wish you a wonderful week, lead well, whether you're working 4 or 5 days this week, and I will see you on Wednesday for After the Coffee. Cheers. Well, I'll tell you, I'm thankful for that.